Paul, good to see you. Can you kind of take us through your off season and how you ultimately came back here? Did you want to come back to the Nuggets from the get-go, and kind of just how that process went?
Off season was short, obviously, but it was a good time. My decision, it wasn't a lot to think about. It was something that mutually we both wanted. I wanted to come back here. I want to be a part of this, and I want to continue to try to help this team. Reach the ultimate goal, which is a championship. So it wasn't a big decision, but I know how the business of it, and just trying to work that out and figure that out. So that was really the main holdup.
Next, we'll go to Katie Wingy. Katie, go ahead.
Hey, Paul. Good to see you. Congrats on a great season. For you now being back here officially, what are your thoughts on the 7 new faces, or going through kind of this process now of reacclimating a lot of new guys to a team that has a well-established culture?
Yeah, I walked in today and they told me we had seven new players total, and I was like, yeah, well, that's a lot. That's a lot of new guys, but we still have our core guys. And I think, once we get into practice and once we all get together, they'll understand what, this culture is about and what we're about. And it's just up to us to lead by example and continue to do that.
Next, we'll go to Harrison Wind. Harrison, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, good to see you, man. Tim was talking with us yesterday, I think, and he said pretty much point blank, we really need Michael to kind of take that next step this year. That's an open secret around here. Just from your perspective, how big is it for him to kind of take that next step in his career this coming season?
Yeah, I think it's a big year for Mike, especially coming off the playoffs that he had this past year. But at the end of the day, Mike can't put that much pressure on himself. He's just got to go out there and just play basketball. Yeah, it's a big year, but I think if he come out there, with a winning mindset and coming to work every day with his hard hat on, I think he'll be fine.
Next, we'll go to Chris Marlowe. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Paul. The 7 new players were mentioned. One of those, JaMychal Green, a guy you played against a lot, quality power forward. Do you anticipate a battle with him for the starting spot?
I don't anticipate a battle against my teammates at all. We're all on the same team, man. So there will be no battle with me. Just speaking personally, and, at the end of the day, I'm just glad he's on our team. He's one of those power forwards you hate to go up against. I didn't like going up against him when he was with the Clippers. When they subbed him in the game, put a little bit more pressure on me to do stuff. But I'm glad he's on our side and he's on our team. But it's definitely no battle with me at all.
Next question will go to Alex Labido. Alex, go ahead.
Following up on Chris's question, Nikola earlier called JaMychal a dog. Why does he fit that description? And then second question for you, have you had a chance to reach out to Zeke and talk to him about, kind of acclimating in Denver and that type of thing?
We all get on the chat, group text, and we talk, but we haven't really, spoke face to face. To answer your first question, Joker's right. I mean, just who JaMychal is, he's a guy who I've battled against for many years, going back to I don't even know how long, but he's always had an attitude to be relentless and to win. And he's been in winning situations, so he understands how to win. And I think he brings that every single day.
Next question will go to Jacob Toby. Jacob, go ahead.
Well, you're going to be 36 this year. Been in the league a little while. I mean, how's your body feeling? And
Next year.
Sorry, I just gotta mention it. How's your body feeling? And you're just looking forward to being a veteran again for this young group and sort of leading them and especially to Zeke and some of the other younger bigs.
Yeah, this will be my 15th year. I'm actually shocked that I feel so good. A lot of people's going to say, oh, you're 35, your body should be breaking down, you should be feeling this, you should be feeling that. But I feel great. And so, I mean, at 35, I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Maybe I should be ignorant to that and just continue to do what I do, but I feel great.
Next, we'll go to Kendra Andrews. Kendra, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, after such an intense postseason with those 2-3-1 comebacks and then such a short offseason, just where are you at mentally, the mindset heading into the season, the goals you're setting for yourself and for this team?
Yeah, I think we're coming off a really good high. I think there's nothing we should hang our heads about what happened. In the playoffs, we competed, and we came back twice to win series. I don't know which one it is, but we should feel really good about that. But for myself, man, I'm gonna do it different this year. I'm not gonna have any expectations. For me, it's just to get out there and work and play hard every single game. And what happens at the end of the day happens.
We'll go back to Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, kind of to piggyback off of that, last season was, unprecedented, the stopping and starting, the bubble, all of that. What do you take away from last season? How would you, when you reflect back on it, how would you assess the season as a whole for yourself?
For myself, personally?
Yeah, for yourself.
Personally, I felt like I had a really good year. Had an injury, someone bumped into my knee and sat me down for a little while. But, despite that, I didn't want to say no names, but I didn't want to say no names. I didn't want to
I'll say it.
I mean, he felt bad about it, so I didn't want to bring that back up. So we just cut this from the edit or whatever. But despite that, I just felt like me personally had a great year. Body felt great all year. And then we got to the bubble and just wasn't myself. Being away from family, being away from fans, feeling a little claustrophobic. All that kind of played effect into, the whole bubble scenario. But, even despite that, I'm glad I got a team behind me, who picks up the pieces when another guy's it's not playing his best. So that's why I'm glad I'm here, and I chose to be here because of that.
All right, we'll go to Chris Dempsey. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, just to build upon the 15th year, just how gratifying is it that you can sit here and say that you've been in this league for 15 seasons? And then as well, was when you were a young player coming in, could you have seen 15 seasons ahead of you?
Yeah, for myself, I'm always, looking ahead, which, I try not to a lot, but always looking ahead and trying to figure out how can I be my best self in the next years to come, and just putting the right regimens and doing the right things to put myself in position to, play 15 years. And I'm grateful for it. I want to say gratified. I'm just living a dream, and I'm trying to be state president in this whole thing, and just see where it takes me. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna do it, but as long as I'm feeling great and I got the love for the game and the love it for my teammates and my family's okay with it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Next, we'll go to Katie Winge. Katie, go ahead.
Paul, you briefly mentioned some of the challenges of being in the bubble, being away from family. This season is going to be a whole new slew of challenges. What do you anticipate maybe being the most challenging part, or what challenges do you see coming up for this team, especially with young players who are used to having a really long off season, or at least longer than what you guys had, and now coming in and having to refocus and get back to it right away?
I think with having young guys, I don't think we have to worry about, guys showing up to play. I think the love for the game with these young guys is super high. I think they'll play in an elevator, if they had enough room. But I don't see that being a challenge. I think it's just up to us to, just bring our own energy, feed off each other, and just do what we do. No expectation. Just staying in the moment and being present and working hard every day. That's all I can expect.
All right, we have time for a few more here. We'll go to Harrison Wynn next. Harrison, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, you guys brought in, I think, 7 new faces this offseason after a couple years where you pretty much just brought back the same group of guys. Going back to your Utah teams and your Atlanta teams, bringing in fresh blood, bringing in just new guys, can that help things just not be stale year to year? Can that kind of bring new life into a team?
I think you got one or two ways to look at it. And I think we're looking at it as a plus. You know, I think bringing our new guys in, who we all, know that can play, and we all seen their body work, and just knowing their personalities, I think they'll fit in really well. So it's good to change up things every now and then. I'm grateful for who we got, and I think they're ready to go, just like we're ready to go.
All right, we'll end with Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Paul. Jerami was such an integral part of what you guys did in the postseason run last year. What was your reaction to his decision to leave? And can you understand where he's coming from, where a guy wants to challenge himself in a new setting?
My first reaction was like, I don't have my guy with us this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always on the side of whatever a player decides what's best for them. I can't sit here and say I know what's best for Jerami, or anybody else can sit here and say they know what's best for Jerami. I think Jerami can only figure that out for himself, and if you feel like that was the best decision for him, that's the best decision for him, and I support it.
All right, Paul, that'll do it for today, man. We appreciate it. Thank you. And that will do it for day 3, everyone. We'll send out information for tomorrow, and let us know if you have any questions. Appreciate it.